whether he asks us to or not. Because it's right to love and be decent and friendly and neighborly and honest and trustworthy and not to kill and hate and steal. Isn't it terrible we need rules to stop hating our mothers-in-law and wanting to murder our neighbors? I mean, what kind of a society are we that we have to have rules? Thou shalt not murder, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness. That suggests we're in a mess. And God wants us to come to the place where we do what's right, because it is right, and not because we're told to. That's the law written in the heart. Then God is our God, and we're his people. We love him, we're willing to listen, and great things can take place. But there is a way of allowing the law to come between us and God, and that's very sad. That's because we have a wrong picture of God. We think that what God wants is we'll believe whatever he says, whether it makes sense or not. We'll do whatever he says, whether it makes sense or not. Then one's heart is not in it, where a man does his thinking. Then we're offering the kind of blind obedience that turned his own chosen people into his enemies. And that's why just to settle for obedience is not enough. We have to analyze this kind of thing that God wants. And that's the difference between legalism and the obedience that springs from love, trust, and admiration. But how can you offer a God who says, either love me or I'll kill you, the kind of obedience I'm talking about? If God has said you either love and obey me or I'll burn you slowly to death, you're going to give him that kind of obedience that I've been talking about, which turns people into his enemies. Then we have to know the meaning of those early words in the Bible. If you rebel against me, you will die. Was that a threat or a warning? Would God spare us? How will the wicked die? Hosea says God will cry as they die, and he's crying, why will you die? How can I give you up? How can I let you go? Now, would God expect to settle this ultimate question with a few words, promises, statements, key texts? Or would you, in God's way, expect demonstration? Has anybody ever died the death that is the result of sin? Of God giving people up. Though he loves them, he has to give them up because they're bent on leaving him. Has anybody ever died the death of a sinner? Only one person, only once in all history. And God wouldn't ask anybody else to give that demonstration. He came and did it himself.